We are very excited to talk about today's very interesting topic. I am here with David, who is a Concordia student. He is the president of the John Molson International Committee, and he created a petition to help fight the homelessness situation that is happening in Montreal right now. How are you, David?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm extremely happy that you're taking interest in this, and also that all the people that have been supporting this are taking interest in it.
Yeah, awesome. So you created a petition
Yeah.
that basically asks Concordia University to use its empty student residence to temporarily house homeless people. And with a big surprise, you saw that over 10,000 people came into support for this petition. What inspired you to start this petition?
Well, to be honest, um, you know, I'm sure you probably witnessed this a lot on Instagram too. Um, with the homeless man that died not too long ago, everybody was posting about it. Everybody had it on their stories, and I see it and it just doesn't feel right, It doesn't feel right to just post something and not take more action and not do something to try to, prevent people from dying. And it's really sad. We know that when the weather gets cold, homeless people die. And we know that there's also a lot of homeless people due to the pandemic. Thank God we have some good weather today, but I just figured it's time we try to do something. And what better way to start doing this than talking about what Concordia has available, which is a student residence that can house 600 students very comfortably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I feel like this petition really resonated with a lot of people. So after a few thousand signatories, you received a response from Concordia.
Mm-hmm.
I can read it out. So it says, "Hi, David. Thanks so much for your email. I would like to commend you for your efforts in trying to find solutions to this very complex issue. We at Concordia share your concerns about homelessness in Montreal and wish we could be part of the solution. In fact, we have explored the idea of opening our residencies, which have not been operational since the onset of the pandemic, to the homeless with the city of Montreal. Together, we came to the conclusion that our facilities were not set up to serve as a shelter in their current state. So we must regretfully decline your request." So, what's your reaction to that response?
So, um, what I replied to this email, of course, I'm going to be paraphrasing a bit, but it was, well, first of all, what went through my head was, okay, so the residences are not adequately set up to house homeless people. So, like, what can we do to make them set up to house homeless people? Um, it was just like um, we have this petition with, I think at the time of that reply, there was probably about 1,000 signatories, and just to say, oh, it's not set up. I didn't feel like it was a good answer. So essentially, what my response to that was, well, what can we do to set it up? Because if it's a financial problem, like I'm sure we could raise funds. I'm sure like there's more than enough organizations that are willing to support this cause. Um, yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
essentially my response.
Yeah, I totally feel that. For the people watching this video right now, feel free to participate in the live chat. There is an interesting comment that I saw about this response from Aaron Kohenka, which reads, "Grainans is also probably more set up to serve as a shelter than, oh, I don't know, the streets." So I find that really interesting because, I mean, it's, straight to the point. Like, we have an option right now to house homeless people in this empty building. And it seems like we could do, a lot more about the situation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about something else that's also been bothering me. So, if you're a Concordian, I'm sure you've heard the speech where they acknowledge that we are situated on Indigenous land um, multiple times, and I think that's an amazing first step. Of course, acknowledging is an amazing thing. It's something that we did not have before, but I feel that um, we could be doing more. Like we know that homeless populations are a large percentage of them are indigenous, and what better way to acknowledge that this is their land than allowing them to have somewhere to stay, um, especially since the facilities where they would stay is built on the land that was stolen from their ancestors.
Right. It's true. We really should be, acting maybe a bit more like, even as the students, like I know we're like depending on the admin to react to this situation, but at the same time, like us as the students, as the Concordia community, we're the ones paying for these services. We should have a say in the way that it's being done. So in their first response, they said that it is not doable, it's not feasible. They considered it, but they said it's not possible. I asked them directly if they could elaborate on the reason for why it's not feasible, and they gave me this response. And I know they also answered you as well. So
Hmm.
this is the response that I got. It's not showing up. Hello, Sam. We did indeed exchange with the student David, and as previously mentioned, we cannot set it up in the current condition. This is mostly a public health and safety issue. The current layout of our residencies, where people share bathrooms, dining areas, and common areas, does not lend itself easily to social distancing. Improvements are underway at Grey Nuns residence as we speak, but these will not be complete for another month. So again, I've did they give you a similar response?
Um, yeah, I'd say the main gist of my response was talking about renovation and saying it doesn't lend itself to social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so am I giving my response here too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, so first of all, when I got that email, it ended with Lauren trying to schedule a meeting with me, which may or may not be tomorrow. I didn't get a confirmation yet, but I guess we'll see when my phone rings. But my reply to that would be not. This isn't what I replied, but this is what I feel about the response. Is first of all, if it doesn't lend itself to social distancing, I mean, I would argue that it probably does. We have some. I had a student reach out to me who is preparing to draft a floor plan to show that it does, in fact, lend itself to social distancing. And additionally, we don't have to fill all 600 beds. We could limit that to, even like 100 beds, I think would be a very conservative amount. Additionally, we can also provide protective equipment, masks, hand sanitizer. Um, Not the ideal solution, of course, but if we can raise funds and supply those, it would also alleviate some of the stress that comes with that. And lastly, the renovation thing. Um, I guess like that kind of goes down to what you value more. When you're making a decision, you kind of weigh all the options and weigh what's better and what isn't great. And personally, I feel like human lives and suffering probably is a is a better alternative to having like a brand new facility and having some nice painted walls. I don't know exactly what they're doing, full disclosure, for the next year, but I don't know. I guess it's about where Concordia stands on that. What is better, renovations or taking care of the community? And I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Another interesting thing about the renovations is that Concordia tends to announce the renovations that they're currently conducting. And there's nothing on their website at the moment that Grey Nuns is currently being renovated. So when they say that improvements are underway, it's not very clear if they mean that construction has already begun or they plan on doing it later.
Mhm.
In the case that it's happening later, I think like maybe we should pause that and take on this really interesting opportunity of being able to help the homeless community. It just seems a little bizarre that they would phrase it that way and that it wasn't announced. I also want to talk about the facilities themselves. So the facility of Grey Nuns is actually very interesting. I'm going to show a picture of the private rooms that you get at Grey Nuns. So here are some of the features of Grey Nuns. You have up to 600 beds available. You have private rooms, you have laundry, you have showers, you have free Wi-Fi, you have 24-hour security, you have a fully functional cafeteria. You basically have everything you need to house, at least 100 people. There's so much potential of, with this building, and it's currently not being used. Now,
Hmm.
when they say that the facilities are not properly set up, I want to highlight what the newest homeless shelter by Montreal at the Pierre Charbonneau Arena looks like. So it looks like this. So as you can see, the facility, the new facility that Montreal recently approved, it's clearly not at the same level as Grey Nuns. It's like kind of like a bar lower. So it's kind of bizarre that Concordia and Montreal would claim that Grey Nuns was not really set up for it when it's clear that it would be a lot more advantageous to put homeless people inside of Grey Nuns itself.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. And like you said, like if there's any challenges, if Concordia is going through, financial challenges or organizational challenges, um, we can help. Like we have 10,000 people who are motivated now to participate. Like if there are actual challenges that we can take on, like we're here to support that.
Yeah. Also, I want to highlight that um, by no means do I believe that students who pay money to get an education, pay money for the buildings and stuff, it probably wouldn't make sense to have everybody's money going towards like supporting homeless people, which is not necessarily what they paid for. Which is why I'm suggesting that Concordia leases the facilities free of charge for a small period of time to an organization that already operates homeless shelters. That way, a lot of the operational issues that go into it, a lot of people probably don't know much that goes into running a homeless shelter, like the day to day and all that. I think it would be a great way to handle this situation.
Yeah, I know some people feel that it might not be completely advantageous for Concordia to house these people at this current moment, but like you said, like, you know, all we want is the space. Like Concordia doesn't have to take care of the rest. There's the entire like Montreal government that can support this. There's the local organizations um, that can support that, and yeah, they're not alone in this situation. So
Mm-hmm.
again, like it's interesting that they would decline it. I really hope that they can reconsider their position on that.
Me too.
Another interesting comment I saw was from Milan, and it says that Concordia forgets that historically Grey Nuns sheltered and fed people in difficulty in these exact buildings. So again, when we think of the history of the Grey Nuns building, like it was like a house for like Catholic sisters. Like this was a place that was designed to help the poor. It was designed to support the community. So again, like it just doesn't lend to their narrative that the building is not set up to support our community and address like such a serious issue.
Hmm. Completely agree. It's really unfortunate to see that there isn't more cooperation in this.
So what I'm wondering now is, what's next? Like, what can people do to support this cause? Like,
Well, for now, I'd say the best way you can support this is, of course, signing the petition if you haven't already, getting everybody you can to sign the petition, and also emailing Lauren Farley as well as the president of Concordia. Tell them that this is something that you want. Remember, you pay for their salaries. Your tuition is important. You have a strong voice in what goes on at Concordia. So use that voice, make yourself heard, make it known that this is something that you want, and hopefully we can all work together towards making this happen. Um, what else we can do? I mean, at the moment, it's really all about trying to get Concordia to be more collaborative on this issue. Um, and so far, there's not much budging, but hopefully, we can maybe change their mind.
it's true. Like, and we got a live comment from Ant, and it says, "I think time and time Concordia has opportunities in front of them, but they keep ignoring it. They say that they're an inclusive school. They say that they're a school that supports indigenous communities, which are, you know, majorly impacted by the homelessness situation. And yet here we are. So it's really, what we're asking from Concordia is not like to go go all in about this, but we do want to start the discussion. We do want to consider like what are the opportunities that we can actually like take on. Like we have this entire community that's here to support us on this. So
Yep.
hopefully they can do more than just send an email from their spokesperson.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
Um, so I also heard that you were contacted by a city official about this.
So yeah, this is true. Um, I will not say who exactly yet, just because there hasn't been a lot of concrete plans put in place yet. But they are more than willing to work with us. Of course, for those who don't know, there's a lot of permits involved with operating a homeless shelter. So we do have support on that front as well. We also have support from someone who operates homeless shelters. They said if Concordia shows interest, they'd be willing to audit the facilities because, of course, like one of the biggest issues with homeless shelters is insurance. So they'd be willing to audit the facilities and evaluate if this is feasible. First of all, um, let's hear from the professionals if the facilities are set up for it or not. You know.
Yeah, it would be awesome if there was like a committee that could be open up about this. It could have Concordia students in it. It should definitely have you in it. And just have the community so that we can start talking about this. Local organizations should be involved as well. Like I really think, your petition was such a great idea, and it resonates with so many people. So it's really something that we should start considering. Um, yeah, so in summary, what people can do is that they can email the president of Concordia, Graham Carr, and then also the manager of student life. Uh, is that her name?
I think
Lauren?
director of student life,
Direct.
but yeah,
Yeah,
close enough.
yeah. I'll put the emails of, I'll put their contact info down below in the comments. And also, please just keep sharing the petition, share this video, talk to your friends, especially talk to your Concordia friends about this. There's so much potential to this, and there's so much we can make such a good positive impact to the community right now.
Hmm.
So it's really important that we take this on.
I couldn't agree more. We can allow at least 100 people, feel human. Let them have a warm shower, let them have a room with a bed that they can stay in, and if we raise funds, let them have clean clothes, new clothes. Protect them from this horrible weather that Montreal is known for. Um, and I firmly believe that if we work together, we can move mountains. We can make things happen.
I completely agree. Like we have this beautiful opportunity in front of us, and we should just definitely take it. All right. So, David, thank you for coming on the show today. I really appreciate everything that you've done. This is such a beautiful idea. If we can help in any way, please let us know. And yeah, thank you so much for coming today.
No, thank you so much. I mean, I gotta say, like the support that this thing has been getting is unbelievable. When I put this up, I thought it was going to be a lot harder. Wait 1 second, gotta plug in my computer. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. Um, but no, the support that we've been seeing is absolutely amazing. It's truly inspiring. We're at 10,000 right now. I would have never thought that would happen. I just gotta say thank you guys so much for everybody who supported this. You guys are truly amazing.
And you're amazing as well.
No, you.
So, all right, thank you so much for coming. For everyone who's watching, you can email. There will be the contact info that you can contact, that you can push the president of Concordia and the director of student housing to to deal with this. Please continue to share the petition, share this video, and yeah, just keep fighting the good fight. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating. And thank
Thank
you,
you all.
David, for
Have a good
coming
night.
on the show. All right,
Thank
have
you.
a good night, David. See you.
Take care. Bye.
See you. And to everyone who's watching, as you may know, the Quebec government is now allowing 50% of post-secondary students to return to school for classes. If you are impacted by this situation, please let me know. Let's have a discussion about this. I want to see the impact that this is having on students. And yeah, let's start having a discussion about this. All right, have a great evening, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. I have another episode coming up on Sunday that you don't want to miss. All right, see you, everyone. Bye.